Hey friends, it's Miss Liz, and this week I will be showing you how to make chocolate covered pretzels. So grab those grab and go kits, and in them you're going to find some pretzels, you're going to find a Hershey's bar, you're going to find some sprinkles of various colors. Yours might not match mine on the screen, that's okay. And you're also going to find a plastic cellophane bag. What you're going to want to grab from around your house to complete this project is some wax paper. Hopefully your grown-up has some lying around. You can also use parchment paper. You're going to want to find a microwavable safe bowl, and you're also going to want to find a spoon. I will get mine when I go to the kitchen, but I don't have it here right now. And that's it. This is a super easy project that should take you a little bit of time, but it's really fun, and it's great if you can get the whole family involved. So first and foremost for this gift, you are going to make sure that you have clean washed hands because we are going to be working with food. Once you have them all clean and tidy, we're going to start at this project by breaking up our Hershey bar. So you're going to break up all those individual squares and put them into your microwavable safe bowl. So the reason why we do this is the smaller the chocolate is, the faster it will melt. So we want to give it as much surface space as possible. And then we are going to melt this. But because this project has to move quickly by the time we melt the chocolate, we're going to set up all of our other stuff before we go into the kitchen to melt our chocolate. So you're going to set that aside for a second. And you're also going to go and grab your wax paper. And you're going to grab a big sheet of it. So you're going to want to make this maybe the size of like a cookie sheet, a cookie pan. You can also use a cookie pan if you want to put your pretzels on. I'm just using my tabletop because that's what I have. And we're going to open our bag of pretzels. And you're going to lay them out just to make sure that you have enough wax paper when the time comes. If you didn't rip a piece big enough, you can always rip another piece and put your extra pretzels on there. Or if your piece is too big, that's okay. It just means you have more room to spread out, so no big deal. So what I'm doing here is I'm just putting out all of my pretzels that we're going to use for this project, and then we're going to move on to the next step because I just want to make sure I have enough surface space to work with. So once all of your pretzels are laid out, you can just push them to the side. We don't need them just yet. And then we're going to move on to the kitchen. So you're going to want to find your chocolate bowl that we put to the side, and you're going to want to go to the microwave that's in your kitchen. So you're going to open it up. Please, 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 please be careful with this step because the last thing you want to do is burn the chocolate. I like to start by heating it up in 30-second increments. That way I can just kind of control how much heat gets on the chocolate and I can see what's going on. So you're going to do it for 30 seconds. And then once those 30 seconds are up, you can take it out, take your spoon and kind of stir it around. If your chocolate is still hard like mine is here, you can then take your bowl and put it back in your microwave for another. Now, after the first 30 seconds, I like to do it in 15-second increments just to have the ultimate control over it. So I'm going to put it back in. I'm going to start it for another 15, and then I'm going to take it out and show you what it looks like at 15 seconds. So you can kind of gauge what's going to happen. The less time, the better. You can always add it in for more. So this is what my chocolate looks like after the additional 15 seconds I did. It's starting to get melty. It's starting to look how I want it to look, which is perfect. So I'm just going to put it in. I did another 15 seconds, and now you can see my chocolate is entirely liquid and melted, which is exactly the consistency that it should be. It shouldn't be burned, and it shouldn't be sticky. Pieces like that, it should just stir almost like a liquid. So now is the part where you have to start moving fast. We're going to start covering our pretzels in chocolate. The reason why you want to work fast is because that chocolate does harden over time. So you can reheat it if you need to. Again, start out with like 15, 10 even seconds at a time if it gets hard, but just watch it because you've already melted it once. It can burn easily. So as you can see, I'm using my spoon now to coat my pretzel in chocolate. You can dunk your pretzel in the bowl if you want to do that. You can also drizzle the chocolate on and make some stripes, whatever design you prefer. I really love half-covered chocolate pretzels because the more chocolate, the better in my book. And then once you have the chocolate covered on your pretzel, you're going to take your sprinkles and you're going to sprinkle it on. And you're just going to continue this step for all of the pretzels that are in your bag. So again, work fast. If you have some family members around the house that want to help, this is a great bonding time. Why not work together? But you're just going to keep covering those you're going to keep covering those pretzels in chocolate until you have all of them done and keep putting those sprinkles on. And we'll check in at the end to see what they look like. Once you have all of your pretzels covered in your chocolate and your sprinkles, you are now going to set them aside. Whoops, don't drop it like I did. That could be disastrous. And you're going to put it to the side and you're going to let them dry or harden. and then you can clean up your workspace and just let them sit. I do recommend letting them sit upwards of 1 to 2 hours just to make sure they're completely dry. You don't want to put wet pretzels in your bag. And then when we check in, this is after I let my pretzels sit for about 2 hours. I did forget about them while I was at work. You can now put them in your bag. So you're going to lift them off of that parchment paper one by one. You should notice by now that they don't stick to that parchment paper now that the chocolate is hard and solid, which is great. And you're just going to bag them up like this. So you're going to put all your pretzels in that bag. If you want to spread out this gift because you have a lot and share them, that by all means go for it. But you're going to put however many you want in that bag. And then we're going to close it using the self-adhesive close at the top. So now that all of my chocolate pretzels are in my gift bag, I'm going to find that pull top at the top of the bag. This is a self-adhesive close. We love to see that because it makes our lives easier. We don't need to have tape or glue in order to do this. What you're going to do is you're just going to take that little corner and you're going to pull it. Be super careful as you're pulling it. You don't want to rip the bag. I do recommend laying it down on a flat surface like I'm doing here on the table. It comes off 1, 2, 3. Then you fold over the edge of your bag just like that. You can kind of squeeze out some of the air bubbles that are in there. And you just flip it down and press it closed, and it acts like a tape. Now from here, you can do anything you want because it's your gift to give this holiday season. You can put a sticker on the front. You can take a ribbon, kind of like what I'm doing with my fingers, and you can tie it into a cute little bag. Really, whatever works for you. But these are your pretzels. I hope you had fun, and thank you for joining me. Bye!